United States. Let's be honest though. Like United States, probably best at baseball on paper. On paper, best at baseball. World Baseball Classic, not been the best. World Baseball Classic, we won it once, 2017. Finished second in 2023. The biggest thing with USA and World Baseball Classic is who's going to be in it. A lot of these guys don't want to be in it, especially pitchers. It's always been a thing. You know, for the first 3 or 4 World Baseball Classics, you couldn't get anybody to pitch in it. 3 years ago in 2023, 13 U.S. pitchers were in the top 20 in ERA. So the top 20 pitchers in MLB were American. None of them pitched for Team USA last tournament. This year's starters, not including Kershaw, combined for 9 All-Star game appearances. In 2023, we only had 7 All-Star games. This year, we have 3 Cy Young Awards. Last time, we had 0 Cy Young Awards. So this is the most stacked American lineup of all time. Of the 16 starters to finish in the top 20 in ERA last year, 5 are pitching for Team USA. That's Skeen, Skubal, Boyd, Webb, and Ryan are on the staff. Joe Ryan did get hurt, but he could go for a second round, dude. So I'm still counting him.
Yeah, they swapped out Ryan with Ryan Yarbrough.
Yarby.
But
he's been an all-star.
Second round with Joe Ryan is in the books.
All right, cool. Wait, so he is actually going to pitch in the second round, confirmed? Or is it
he's saying he's available.
Okay, cool. So, America, this is the most stacked they've ever been. They got more participation. World Baseball Classics keeps getting better. Every year, we're trending upwards. Because that's the most annoying thing about this shit, is people not playing in it. Which, I'll be honest, if you couldn't tell, bothers me a little bit. So here's our starting rotation. We got Skeen, Skubal, Logan Webb, Joe Ryan, Matthew Boyd. Sorry, Yarbrough. You can replace him with Joe Ryan. We got Michael Wacha, Clay Holmes. Kershaw's in it. 40-year-old Kershaw, not even on an MLB roster, no insurance. He's going to be in there. That'd be funny to see him pitch against probably Brazil. He might get some innings. I would love to see him throw, he's probably throwing 83 right now.
Do you think he had a normal ramp up, or do you think he just showed up to USA's camp I'm here, I'm ready to go?
I mean, he probably had an abbreviated ramp up, but yeah, I'm sure after that World Series, Kershaw has been drinking mimosas for 4 months straight, raising the kids. We also got Mason Miller, which is beast, Bednar, Griffin Jacks, and don't forget about other guys. Garrett Whitlock's in there. We got some good guys, but still there's some holdouts that I'm not happy with. Garrett Crochet. Garrett Crochet is not going to be in it because he says, I'd hope the organization would view it as an honor as well if I was asked. I definitely enjoy participating. I'd love to participate. That's what he said earlier. Then he says, I had plans to do it, but it came down to innings and doing what is right. So he doesn't want to do it because of the innings, because I guess he's had a lot of injuries last year. And then he goes, when last season ended, then my daughter was born. Everything kind of fell into my lap. So he's blaming it on his daughter. And that's what all these fuckers do. Everyone who doesn't play the World Baseball Classic either says it's because their family, their fucking wife is pregnant, or their country didn't let them, and then they lie about not their country, their team didn't let them. And a lot of times when they say their team didn't let them, it's a freaking lie. And I'm on their ass. I'll show you. But I think the Red Sox are really turning into the worst franchise in sports. Because I'll tell you right now, this smells to me, this Crochet situation, the Red Sox were maybe you don't. You know what I'm saying? Pressured him not to do it. Crochet's not pitching. We don't even fucking need it. Chris Sale, why isn't he pitching? Injury prone.
I mean, he's 20 days away from being UNC status.
He could have did it then. I guess his age 37 year. Chris Sale might have had a problem getting insured. Hunter Green, the Reds have been fucking vetoing guys, dude, and guilting them not to play. Hunter Green's not pitching. Hunter Brown, Andrew Abbott, Max Fried, bro. What the fuck do you have to lose? Max Fried, man.
He seems like someone who would have pitched in a World Baseball Classic by now.
But he hasn't. Kevin Gausman, Tyler Glasnow. So, I mean, the team is stacked. I mean, I think, what is the WAR breakdown for the USA? Has 200 more wins above replacement than any other roster in the tournament. So, on paper, they're fucking stacked. Here's the lineup. Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Byron Buxton, Bryce Harper, Alex Bregman, Cal Raleigh, and Will Smith. I mean, who's going to get the playing time there? And PCA in center field. Beautiful. We got some reserve. Ernie Clement's going to be on there. Goldschmidt, Bryce Terang, Roman Anthony. And then who's not on the team? Mike Trout's not. Couldn't get insured. Pete Alonso didn't get asked. Pete Alonso didn't even get an invite, dude. Didn't even get an invite. Matt Olson's not in it. Corey Seager. Corbin Carroll's hurt. Trey Turner, who hit fucking 5 home runs in 6 games last year, was Mr. America. Didn't even get invited to the team. Didn't even get invited. And Mookie Betts is out because he is pregnant. Or his wife is pregnant. One or the other. Kyle Tucker's also pregnant. He can't make it. And I'm all for families and shit. So if your wife's pregnant and she's going to give birth during the tournament, then I'll give you a pass. You got to be there for the kids, man. Kids are beautiful, dude. So that rolls out Team USA. They're in a pool with probably the weakest pool of all time. Maybe not. No, it's not the weakest pool of all time. I think there's a weaker pool if I had the pool right here. But USA's opponents. Let's break down the pool for the USA. First game's against Brazil. Second game's against Great Britain. And they also got Italy in their pool, and they got Mexico in their pool. So let's cover these teams. Let's go first of all with Brazil, the USA's first opponent. Brazil, you might be saying, Brazil, bro, what the crap, dude? They don't even play ball. You're right, they don't play ball. There's no professional baseball league in Brazil. They've made the World Baseball Classic one time in 2013, lost all 3 games. Let's run down some of Brazil's roster. Daniel Misaki, Bo Takahashi, Hugo Kanabushi, Enzo Sawayama, Oscar Nakaoshi, Vitor Takahashi, Enzo Hayashida, Thiago Nishiyama. You might be saying, what are these fucking Japanese guys? Apparently, dude, there's a bunch of Japanese people in Brazil. And they're teaching Brazilians how to ball. This whole roster is a bunch of Japanese dudes. And the sickest names, too, because they're like half Brazilian names. Enzo Hayashida. That's fire. Vitor Takahashi. Fire. Thiago Nishiyama. Enzo Sawayama. Did I say that wrong? Enzo Sawayama. Fire names. So yeah, Brazilians' baseball culture's got to be some insane shit. They're in there just getting taught the ways of the samurai.
It's funny that Brazil has one of the biggest populations in the world, but all of their baseball is in one city. Like they had this Japanese coach who was doing a sabbatical or something in Brazil, and he went to Rio, and he's like, the baseball here sucks.
Yeah, I wonder why. So that's cool. So they're learning. That's so funny to see. I would love to see, like, in 20 years, a bunch of like Brazilian kids who just like hit with like long leg licks. They all hit like Ichiro, a bunch of slap hitters, because they just learned the Japanese way. But they also have a team of nepotism. They got Lucas Ramirez. Manny Ramirez's son is on the Brazilian team. I guess his mom's Brazilian. I don't know. He's a 20-year-old. He's going to be on the team. Dante Bichette Jr., son of Dante Bichette, brother of Bo Bichette. He's famous because this is a quote I remember him making. He was trashing his dad, saying that his dad would tell him over and over again that he would treat his brother differently because his dad said that he was, quote, too soft and too gay. So this is interesting. So Dante Bichette Jr. is like out to prove that he's not soft and gay to his dad in this tournament, because this is going to be like the biggest tournament he's ever played in. I think he's like an older dude. He's like 28, 30. And he's like been in like organizations like independent balls or whatever. So that's a player to watch, Dante Bichette Jr. Can you prove you're not too soft and too gay to your dad? It's going to be an interesting scenario. We also got 17-year-old Joseph Contreras, youngest player in the tournament, son of former MLB player Jose Contreras. Let's go. So Brazil has one player with MLB experience. Who's that?
Thiago Vieira.
Okay. And then 5 players in MLB organizations. So they're going to get smoked. That probably might be the weakest team. No? We'll see.
There's a team that has a bunch of semi-pro dudes.
Okay, Czech Republic.
But yeah, this team is, you look at the roster and you go, how did they make this?
Amen. We'll see. They're playing USA first game. If USA loses that, it's going to be embarrassing. Then the second game for USA, Great Britain. This is their second World Baseball Classic. Last time they were in the World Baseball Classic, the only thing anyone ever talked about was how shit their jerseys were. Worst jerseys of all time. Just looked like, I don't know what they looked like.
It looked like they they just typed it out in Microsoft Word. And
Yeah.
went, can we print that on the jersey?
Very bad jerseys. They got a few guys. They got Harry Ford. He made the big splash for them last year. He was like 20, hit 2 bombs. Now he's on the Nats, so he's back on the team. They got frickin' Klay Thompson's brother, Trace Thompson. They got Luscious Fox. He's from Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
The Nats organization, or at least was. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. is playing for Great Britain. So that's pretty awesome, dude. They got a bunch of Caribbean guys. Because of colonialism, they all count for Great Britain. It's awesome. Aroldis Chapman was about to play. This cracked me the fuck up, dude. Aroldis Chapman was going to play, but couldn't prove British heritage. Did not meet the blood lineage requirements. I love that test. Like, yeah, maybe this guy, I don't know. Something about Aroldis Chapman. It's not British. We did the test.
It felt like such an easy thing to prove, too. His last name is Chapman.
There you go.
He just needed to be like, yeah, my grandparents were from Jamaica, the Bahamas, something.
So
and he couldn't even do it.
So that's what happened. So his parents immigrated from Jamaica to Cuba. So his parents are Jamaican. And then Jamaican was a colony of Great Britain at one point.
Yeah.
So he counts for being British. We'll see, Great Britain, you know? They cracked me up last time, too. They were just, like, mocking British people the entire time. There's not one British guy on the team, and they're just, like wearing fucking wigs and, like, sipping tea. It's, like, kind of, I don't know if I was British.
So this year, they have one dude who was born in the United Kingdom. His name is Michael Peterson. And at age 1, he moved to California.
Yeah, I did look into him. His parents aren't even British, dude. His dad was, like, in the military, probably. I don't know. So that's Great Britain. And then you got Italy. So Italy's actually a pretty good team. They don't play baseball in Italy for jack shit, but they have a lot of Italian Americans. Mike Piazza was the manager in 2023, and Mike Piazza's a bitch. No, okay. You see the Shia LaBeouf interview?
Which one?
The one last week where he called Mike Piazza a bitch?
No, but he's been all over my algorithm. I haven't really been paying attention.
Well, it was one interview, but yeah, he called out Mike Piazza. He wouldn't autograph for him. So that's why Mike Piazza got fired, because he's a dick. He doesn't autograph for young kids. Now it's Francisco Cervelli in there. Jorge Posada's a coach. Italy's an interesting team. They got out of the pool last year. They upset. It wasn't really upset, but they got out of a rather weak pool. They beat the Netherlands. I'd say that's an upset. Beat Chinese Taipei. They just got a bunch of Americans on the team, Italian Americans, a bunch of MLB talent in there. They have one Italian player, which is interesting, a real fucking Italian. This guy, first MLB pitcher to be born and raised in Italy. What's his name?
Sam Aldegheri.
Aldegheri. I saw an interview. He is actually really Italian. That's pretty cool. Born and raised in Italy. Throwing heat. They got guys like Aaron Nola, Michael Lorenzen, Ron Marci. That's the guy from the Mets? Is that Ron Marinacci? I don't think that's the guy in the Mets. I don't know that guy. John Berti, Miles Mastroboni, Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Gaglione, Dominic Canzone. A lot of big boppers, a lot of big boppers on this team. And we'll see, dude. I don't know. The real question is for Italy. I think Italy has a chance to get out of here. They're going to have to play Brazil and Great Britain, right? We could probably chalk that. They should win those games a lot better than Brazil and Great Britain. They're going to have to play America, not better than America. Could happen. Anything could happen. But let's say they lose that game, right, against America. They beat Brazil. They beat Great Britain. It's going to come down to one game, this whole pool. It's going to be them versus Mexico. Because Mexico is the final piece of the puzzle in Pool A, okay? Mexico. You remember last World Baseball Classic, Mexico? They were so close to ruining the World Baseball Classic for the Japanese country. They were 3 outs away from beating Japan in the semifinal, and Mukatake Murakami hit that double. Otani hit the double. Murakami hit another double. Then someone else came in and they upset Mexico. But Mexico is not to be fucked with. They've never won an international tournament, which is kind of surprising. They've been in the World Baseball Classic every year. They got 3rd place last year, 3 outs away from winning it all, from getting to the final against America. They got Randy Arozarena, who was the star of last year's tournament. Randy Arozarena, probably one of the most interesting World Baseball Classic stories. not Mexican. He's from Cuba. Okay, but he fled Cuba, became an enemy of Fidel Castro, and was a political, prisoner. Okay, but he left. He went to Mexico, started chilling in Mexico, eventually made it to MLB, was trying to become a U.S. citizen, couldn't become a U.S. citizen. Stop. That's not true. He leaves Cuba, goes to Mexico, goes to MLB. He starts dating a girl from Mexico too, right? His son or daughter is also Mexican because his girlfriend is Mexican. So he lives in Mexico in the off season. So he kept trying to become a Mexican citizen. They would not respond to his things, his paperwork, I don't know, it's hard to become a citizen. They were not letting him become a citizen. He gets on Instagram Live and is like, bro, if you let me be a citizen, I swear to God, I'll play for your team in the World Baseball Classic. President of Mexico's like, deal, bro. Made him a citizen, you're in. Now he's sworn by blood to be on the World Baseball Classic team, and he's proud as fuck, okay? To be a Mexican citizen playing for the Mexican team, and goes off. Led the team in OPS, slugging percentage, on-base percentage, average, RBIs, runs. Saved the game versus Puerto Rico with a catch. Amazing catch. Never forget this. Remember he was signing gloves and shit in the outfield? Signing balls in the middle of games? Flexing on everybody. He was the story last year. He's back on the team. Andres Munoz, they got like the best closer in baseball on the team. Taiwan Walker's on the team. Javier Assad, so a pretty decent pitching staff. Rosarena, Jaron Duran, Alec Thomas, Alejandro Kirk. Jonathan Aranda was an all-star last year. Joey Meneses is back. He was a star last time. He's kind of fell off in the MLB sense, but it's only 7 games. He could be beast. Rowdy Therese, Luis, and Ramon Urias. 13 of their 30 players were not born in Mexico, but they got 3 all-stars. And this tournament means a lot for Mexico because I remember they got Benji Gill as their Hill. What don't I say? Whatever. He said, quote, "We're a month and a half away from potentially changing the sport in the country. We win the World Baseball Classic Championship, and bags and cleats will start selling like hotcakes in Guadalajara and throughout the country because there will be kids who want to play baseball." Mexico is a real threat. We saw it last time. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you think Latin American countries in MLB, you don't really think Mexico. You think more Dominican, Puerto Rico, you think Cuba. But Mexico's in the mix. Even Venezuela you pick over Mexico. But Mexico has really emerged as one of the top countries down there. They rank 6th in WAR in this tournament in MLB, in terms of MLB talent. Italy ranks 7th. So I think that's really going to be the matchup. That last game in pool play, find out what day that is, dude. I want to say it's March 11th. But I'm saying this whole pool is going to come down to March 11th. USA is going to steamroll them all for the country. Going to beat Mexico, going to beat Italy. And then it's going to be Italy versus Mexico in a 1-game wins all to move on to the next round.
So on March 11th at 7 p.m.,
Mark your calendars.
Italy versus Mexico.
Mark your calendars.
On Tubi.
It's going to be on Tubi. Tubi? Jesus Christ, dude. Tubi. Well, Tubi's free, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Jack, you would know. You broke the
I
itch.
would.
Is Tubi free?
I don't think Tubi's. I don't know. I don't know.
I remember I got Tubi last time because the World Baseball Classic games were on Tubi. But that's kind of, I feel like the American pool should be on like a, whatever.